All right, our next question is from Patrick Forster. Patrick asks, when will we have more colors, more different frames? Love the moss toxic green. All right, there's a couple of different things I want to share with you here, Patrick. So we have our standard run of colors, our brown, black, orange, green, that we produce, that have made for us in Tennessee. And those colors are good standards. Folks generally like those. And the challenge with our injection molded products is when we go to a new color, we have certain minimums. So we have to bring in a whole bunch of a certain color if we change a color. So if we have 1,000 of a new color that isn't very popular, then we're stuck with 1,000 of that color. So what we've done in the past, and you mentioned the moss toxic green, is that we would take a neutral base and we would actually dye them in-house. Now, this is not done at the molding process. So these are molded in a neutral color. And then we use dyes, actually water bath dyes, to dye them in-house. And what that gives us is it does give us a wide palette of colors like you've seen in the past. And there's a lot of variation in those colors. And it's that variation that causes the problems. So if we take a photograph of 3 slingshots that have been dyed, say, moss toxic green, you're going to see variations amongst those 3. Folks tend to complain when it doesn't look exactly like the picture. Regardless of what we say in the product description that there is variation, folks complain. Therefore, it makes it a little difficult for us to go to the expense and the time expense to dye these custom in-house to give you a wider palette of colors. So I know that sounds a little grouchy in our behalf, but too many people are complaining about the variation in colors, regardless of the fact that we shared that there's going to be variation in the color. So we've got a nice palette of colors, and if there were a color that we had a lot of people overwhelmingly say produce it, we would produce that straight from the injection molder rather than dyeing it in-house. So great question, Patrick. We may do some more custom colors in the future. We may not. The reason that we're not doing it right now is just too many people complain about it not looking exactly as the picture. We can't do much about that, so the best thing to do is just stick with what we do best and bring you great colors of our simple palette. Thank you, Patrick.